From never being able to serve in the military as a transgender person, to serving openly for the past year, to today, President Trump's tweets that the government won't accept or allow transgender troops. We want to hear from you. Should transgender troops be allowed to serve? You can vote yes or no on WTSP.com/vote now. But we're asking what this means for current active duty men and women. And we have Nancy Jones. Nancy, you spent 20.5 years in the Air Force as a Master Sergeant, and you served quietly for all of that.
Yes.
Why not say anything? How could you do that for so long?
Well, the reason is simple. It would have ended my career. There's no other reason for it. As to serving that long, I was just basically trying to lie to myself, telling me that this was not me, that what was happening was just something to suppress, and not fully understanding. Back then, there was not a whole lot of information about transgender, and there is a much greater amount now.
And when you think back on that time to where you are now, and where the military had been up until this morning, what do you think? I mean, being able to, over the past 10 years, begin to transition, how has that placed you?
It's actually made me more open. I've been able to do things. I used to be very quiet, like always in the background. I'm happier now. My entire family say they've never seen me happier in my life. So,
you and I have been talking about the reversal, and you are concerned for current transgender troops. What are you concerned about? I mean, are you worried that they're going to be attacked or shamed? Or
I don't know about attacked. My biggest fear is that there may be a massive discharge trying to remove them from the military at this time, or a stopping of treatment that has already begun, which would not be advisable. So,
and people who are in there who have been serving.
They've been serving honorably, they've been doing the same tasks as everyone else. They are throughout the military, and to put them in this situation where they don't know, am I going to have a career anymore? Is my career ending? Is very rough. With the way things have been going, I think it can cause a distraction in their mind.
And that would hurt troop readiness?
Yes, anytime someone's distracted, they are not as alert as they need to be, especially when deployed. So it will definitely be an effect.
The president specifically said, among other things, our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory. We've heard this time and time again from the president, from the Pentagon, from previous administrations. The goal is the best fighting force, to have troop readiness. So we also talked with a retired Air Force colonel. He's opposed to transgender service members. Listen to why.
Transgenders can go get their sexual reorientation done and the military will pay for it. That's a big factor, and that's going to create problems. And then you multiply that times, as I said, the veterans who have served and are wounded and they can't get the care that they needed. That creates a morale problem. It creates an attitude problem. It creates a personnel problem.
I'm going to let you weigh in on that in a second, but we also heard from Liberty Counsel. They're an Orlando-based conservative action group that's lobbied the White House for this reversal. They released this statement today saying the military is a lethal weapon designed to protect America and our allies. It is not a social club, a social experimentation petri dish, or Club Med. They also reiterated military readiness and unit cohesion. Coming up, Nancy, we're going to talk about what we just heard from that colonel about the sexual reassignment surgery. But the biggest question that I have for you right now, because we've talked about a lot of things, is when it comes to the sexual reassignment surgery, is that going to hurt deployments? Does that affect troop readiness with deployments?
I don't see it affecting it. For one thing, we're never deployed 100% of the time. We are ready, and there are other surgeries that are taking place that would have to be scheduled in to the deployment based on commander knowing what to and who the troops they need.
So they can work around the deployments.
Yes.
They can work around. Final question. If President Trump were standing right here in front of you, what would you say?
I'd say he's very misinformed. He has no idea about the strength and the courage of the transgender veterans and the military. We've served proudly since the beginning. We've been in every war, and to openly serve will actually improve our readiness.
Nancy, thank you so very much. And of course, we are asking you to weigh in on WTSP.com. And right now, it's been moving back and forth. 54% of you say yes, they should be able to serve. 45% of you say no. Opponents have another major case on this. They are talking about cost and what it's going to cost the taxpayer, what it's going to cost the military for treatment. Nancy has an interesting take on the cost. Also, our research team is going through the numbers. We'll be back to share those with you.